They say that when the last shuttle fell silent, the mountain began to forget the warmth of human hands. Even the silk has turned to dust, brittle threads that snap at the mere suggestion of a memory. We leave ourselves behind in the smallest things: a thumbprint on a cup, a scratch on a desk. Nature is the only weaver left now, spinning glass-fine webs where iron once roared.
I wonder if the machines miss the touch of the weavers, or if they prefer this slow...
The world is so much larger than our labor, yet we spend our lives trying to stitch ourselves into its fabric. My hands are small and unpracticed, but I feel a strange duty to wake the spirits of this place. Even in the heart of industry, someone stopped to carve a bird, just to remind themselves of the sky. I leave the iron to its sleep, carrying a small piece of the mountain's soul back into the light. The mountain doesn't care for our stories, yet it keeps them safe in the cracks of the stone and the hollows of the wood. Silence has a sound here. It's the creak of old bones and the rustle of things no longer human. We spend our youth trying to build monuments, only to realize we were just guests in a forest that never sleeps. The first snow always feels like a secret being whispered, a cold blanket to tuck the past into bed. This little bird, it was the only thing that didn't feel heavy with the past. Time is a river that freezes when we stop watching, trapping us in a moment that never ends. I headed toward the light, carrying the cold of the loomworks in my marrow. The living world is messy and loud, but it is where we are meant to be. I closed my eyes, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't hear the screech of the iron. The weaver was gone, but the song was just beginning. Years passed like the shedding of skin, and the mountain began to breathe through the iron I once feared. I learned that life doesn't wait for us to be ready. It simply grows through the cracks we leave behind. The tools I used were the same iron my grandfather touched, but I gave them a new purpose, a gentler edge. I began to record the transformation, the way the forest was slowly digesting the industrial age. Ink is like memory. If you aren't careful, it spreads and blurs until the original lines are gone. There is a brief moment after the storm when the world feels brand new, even when it's ancient. Even the waste of the old world holds a color that the sky would be proud to wear. We think we are teaching them, but they are the ones reminding us how to see the world without the weight of rust. The act of making is a prayer, a way to tell the mountain that we are still here and we are still learning. The heat of the fire is the same heat that once melted the iron, but now it only warms our bones. We are the iron weavers, darning the holes in our own history with the threads of our children's dreams. The seasons have a way of polishing a man until only the essential parts remain.
My legs are heavy now, but my heart is lighter than it was when I was a boy of 12.
The forest has finally finished its work,
The iron has been woven back into the mountain's soul.
We fear decay because we think it's the end, but here, I see it as just a slow, beautiful translation. And the silence here is no longer heavy. It is a full, resonant peace.
I am a weaver of a different kind now, planting the threads that will bloom long after I have returned to the soil.
I left a part of myself here once, and it has aged with more grace than I could have ever hoped for. If you listen closely, the rust doesn't sound like breaking. It sounds like a sigh of relief. The loom continued to click and clatter, a different rhythm for a different time, yet the same heart beats within it.
We are but a single thread in a tapestry, so large we can never see the whole pattern.
May we all find a way to break beautifully and grow silently into the light.